Hello everybody, and welcome to another vlog. And before I start, I want to apologize for this horrible gameplay. I have no idea what I was doing at all in this, so forgive me for that. But, this vlog, I wanted to do another, talking thing, but I wanted to talk about, more, something weird I've noticed. I don't know if it's weird or if it's bad or so, but I've been watching a lot of anime recently. While I'm playing Pokemon, relaxing, I've been watching a lot of anime. And one of the animes I decided to watch was, thank you, Mao, Boruto and Naruto. Both of them, respectively. And I've noticed something. So, throughout both series, I've watched them both in dub and in sub. But in both series, I have noticed something quite interesting that I've never seen anyone talk about, and that comes into the tuning exams. In the anime Naruto, they have tuning exams. If you haven't watched it, it's basically you get a promotion if you get far enough. But I've noticed something throughout every series and time they've done it, they have never once actually finished the tuning exams. Throughout the entire series, I have never once seen them finish it. I don't know if they did in the mangas somewhere or nothing, because I haven't got a chance to read them, because I don't know where to look that up. So, the internet is not easy for me to find that stuff, because I don't trust a lot of sites. I am very untrustworthy with a lot of sites, so I got a cat at my lap. He's being a kitty cat. But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, they didn't actually do a tuning exams throughout the entire series. It's weird. But I will also say one other thing about Boruto. The person who plays the voice of Ino's and Sai's kid, I want to know if anyone knows if that voice actor was changed for the dub. Because the sub I have no problem with, but in the dub, it sounds like it's a whiny kid going through puberty. That's what he sounds like to me. It doesn't actually sound like what I would think of as a sarcastic, arrogant kid who thinks he's all that, but at the same time has no concept of, timing and the right place for something. He's basically a mixture of, how she was sarcastic and she was basically full of herself and all, but she was sarcastic, she was arrogant in many things, but she was skilled. And then Sai, who just had no emotional awareness at all. He's a mixture of both of them, but the dub does not make it sound like that. He just sounds like a whiny kid going through puberty, and that's it. He doesn't get that impression off how he's supposed to be, and I don't know, but yeah, I've been watching that, a lot of other shows too, but Naruto's been one that's interesting because I grew up watching this. What was I, like 13, 14 when it came out, something around there. When I moved, Naruto was already out, and I was 14 when we moved to New York. So, I mean, that was a long time ago, and just realizing it was only a few years ago Naruto ended, it really makes me feel old since I was a teenager when it started. And now I'm an adult when it ended, and the series sequel came out. And it's like, oh man, I am old. I'm getting old. I'm 29. And that just, And it shows how long it takes the anime to finish. But it also something interesting in that regard is it took this long for it to finish, 500 episodes. But at the same time, when I was growing up, and we would watch shows like I at the same time I was watching, what was it called, Ben 10. I think it was just original Ben 10 at the time. No, Alien Force I believe had just came out, But even with those, you look at the lifespan of those, they didn't last until I was a teenager, and they didn't even have 500 episodes, or not teenager, adult, because they started when I was like 10. So, but their lifespan was a lot shorter. They were so much shorter compared to anime, and I've noticed that anime goes on for a long time compared to Western media that's usually like 3-4 seasons at most. And the only thing that really compete with how much anime has in length is stuff like The Simpsons. Which, think about that too. The Simpsons, it's dead. It is just, that show is bad now. I mean, they say there was a drop off around, what was it, season 7, I think it was, the Skinner episode, and then turn around, and then after that, people were like, oh, there's a drop off, it's no longer good. Then it started getting better there. Now Disney owns it, and it's, hey, fellow kids, seriously, there's memes in them. There are characters in there like Homer saying words like yeet now. I yeeted him over the fence. Why would Homer say that? Oh. And that's how it is with The Simpsons. But then you look at something like an anime, and you see how long they're going, but they're still going strong. They're still going good. Looking at something like Naruto, it went really well consistently throughout the story. But then you have other shows. Look at stuff like Parasite. It wasn't that long, but it was good through and through. And even opened it up to a possible future. But never did it, which is smart. Because I don't know how they would do a possible future with that. But you look at some of these shows that go on long times with anime, and you learn how good they actually are, even though they're so long. Stuff like Dragon Ball. A lot of people had a problem with Majin Buu, but I was like, you do realize Dragon Ball started off as more of a gag manga type of thing. And it ended with a mixture of gag manga and serious. It kind of went back to its roots in the end. And it was supposed to wrap off on that anyways, but then, people like live action apparently. Dragon Ball Evolution, horrible. And the worst part is, with the technology we had even at that time, that movie could have been so good. It could have been good. Because it isn't something that's impossible. That is something that is very possible with the technology we had at the time. And now, with our newer technology, it's even more possible. But you gotta make some changes and all too, but not too many, because Dragon Ball didn't have or Dragon Ball Z didn't have that many overactions like most anime do. But my point is, I just don't understand why anime is some reason better. But there are problems when you look into the Western area with materials. But you also find stuff like voice acting in different things don't work. And to put that in example, it's not just from east to west voice acting. There's west to east. Like, look at King of the Hill got an actual Japanese adaptation. And, Hank isn't that good. No, he is not that good as a character. He does not sound like Hank. He does not. No, he just does not. And that is a thing that still happens in that version. And I think it's more of a translation thing. I don't know. So that's not too much of a problem. But when it comes to length, I've noticed that some reason Japan has more care in how the stories go in length. And some of these are just series that don't even have a plot. There is an anime with over 1,000 episodes. I have personally not watched it because it's not my type of anime, but from what I've heard it's good from start to finish. And that's something I've noticed, that even animes with long are good, but Western shows aren't. I know I said this many times, but I want to drill this in. Why is this a thing? Why is it that Western animation and other materials can't go on long, but Eastern can, and they do it better, and don't feel like they've died at a partway through. Because a lot of people do say stuff like One Piece, people won't watch it because there's over 1,000 episodes. But then they'll watch something like The Simpsons. And I'm like, why? Why would you watch The Simpsons but not One Piece? I mean, if it's not your type of show, that's fine. But your argument is there's too many episodes. That's not an argument. But even Pokemon, if you look at that, how many episodes are in Pokemon? There are so many. There are well over 1,000 episodes in that. But no one complains about Pokemon. At least the animation. The games are a completely different story, and that's a whole different can of worms that I don't want to get into because we'll be here all day. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk and express how I feel and stuff like that, and get my feelings out there on this, because I do want to understand this. And by the way, the reason I'm playing gameplay and not putting any clips of other stuff is a lot of these companies don't know what copyright law is, and instead think anything is theirs. So that's why I'm using this. Plus, I wanted to get into a builder game, and City Skylines sounded good. I could not figure out how to get a population for the life of me. I need to learn how to play this game. So anyways, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.